Hi, I'm Steve Rowe, CEO at Oaknoll. I'm recording this video the afternoon of Thursday, August 22nd. It will be uploaded and available to you by Friday, August 23rd. The COVID update today is not great. Over the past week, we have had 4 of our health center residents test positive. The first test came because we had somebody who was mildly symptomatic and got tested, and then from there we did testing of potential exposures, and we have gotten to 4 people. 2 bits of good news. One is that there haven't been any new positive tests within the health center for the last couple of days, and we are testing people routinely right now because of the current people who are positive. And the second is that people are just really mildly symptomatic. So nobody is super sick because of COVID, but we do have 4 cases of health center residents. We have also some staff who are out right now because of positive COVID tests. And just this morning, I learned of 2 independent living residents at our main campus who tested positive today. So COVID is still very much with us still. People don't seem to be getting very sick, which is great, but please be careful. We have gone back to masks in the health center in an effort to try to keep it contained right now and not have any further positive residents in the health center. So we'll be wearing masks for a couple of weeks, and if you don't have to be in the health center, we'd kind of encourage you not to be until we get past this current. It's not really an outbreak, but 4 cases is probably as many as we ever had during all of COVID. So just be aware. That's our COVID update. We finally have some construction activity at 1201 West Benton. I noticed yesterday some heavy equipment was at the property, and they are starting to work on the utilities for the building. And next week they should start working on the foundation for the new building. So we're finally starting to see some activity there, which we're excited about. The plan is that they will have a building that is weatherproof by winter, so that they can continue to work on the inside finishes through the bad weather that we expect later this year. But it's like hopefully they can really get going now and get an enclosed building by the time winter hits us. The current project schedule shows a completion probably by mid-May. That includes a 2-week delay for weather issues. So hopefully that's a conservative estimate of when they can get the building done. We are actually assuming that we won't have an operational building until July. So if it comes any earlier than that, great. But that's the most current information that we have from the construction managers. Looking at the overall project is mid-May completion for that project. I have a little bit of new information on the ACT exploration. 2 of our board members and I met with the developer yesterday morning and kind of talked through some things, and I think we finally have a better idea of the price that he is actually going to accept. So we are revisiting our financial models to see if we can figure out a way to make this work financially with the purchase price that we understand would be acceptable, plus the renovation costs, plus any new building construction costs that we would need to do. I have gotten to a point, and I've shared this with our board, that I really do need to get some outside help with this, with the financial projections, and it's kind of a necessary step anyway, because at some point, if we're going to get financing for the project, the people that would loan us all of that money are not necessarily interested in my projections. They would be more interested in third-party independent projections that say, yeah, this is a financially viable project. project. So we're in process of trying to find a consulting firm to work with to help with those financial projections, and that's the next step of this process for us. So stay tuned. I'll continue to provide updates as we have any new information to share there. But it felt like a good positive step yesterday when we met with the developer and came to a price that seems to be acceptable. In Kim's update last week, she talked a little bit about the hiring process for her replacement. As of today, we have completed the second round of interviews with 3 really good candidates that we feel comfortable with. We will debrief tomorrow with the group of people who have been involved with the hiring process. There's probably 7 or 8 people that were involved in either the first interviews or the second interviews. Tomorrow we hope to come to consensus on who our top candidate is, and then hopefully by mid next week we've been able to extend an offer. There's some work that we have to do before we can extend an offer because of the type of workplace that we are. We have to do reference checks and background checks and things like that before we can formally extend an offer. But hopefully that will happen by mid next week, and we can keep that process moving. For the EVS director position, Ray Carley started on Monday. Some of you, if you've been with us for probably 5 years or longer, might remember Ray. He was our assistant director of building and grounds for many years. He left us probably 5 or 6 years ago and is now back as the director of environmental services. So it's great to have Ray back with us. He has jumped right in, and I think will be a really good fit coming back to Oaknoll now. Last thing I have for you is just a reminder of our summer concert coming up next Tuesday, August 27th. It will be at the main campus, Spring Building Courtyard, hopefully, if the weather holds on. If the concert was today, it would be perfect. I know it's supposed to get hot this weekend, and I have no idea what it will be like by next Tuesday, but the band is the Burlington Street Bluegrass Band, and again next Tuesday evening in the Spring Building Courtyard, hopefully. That's all I have for you today. I hope you're all doing well. I will see you again in 2 weeks. Take care.